Hey, let me lower my music. We're gonna dance. Hey, Flippin' Flamingos, how are you? Let me lower the music. So, Monica, hello. I'm just like going earlier, because I sort of wanted to sort of change it up a little bit. So my best bud, Crystal, had asked for me to show her the paintings that she purchased. And I couldn't do it during the live because, oh, good. I'm glad that you're doing well. Yeah, I got to plan all my moves and stuff. So I was like, oh, I was going to try to run over to the other room, which is on the other side of the house, to grab the art. So I decided to dedicate this demo really to show off the painting, or just to show her the painting. And then because I am multicasting to YouTube, I'll just send her the link, and so she can kind of see it. So it's still a little hard because the light is not very good, but yeah, so this one is one of them. This is mimic fireflies, because there's the fireflies and fireworks and such. So yeah, so this is one of my brothers, which is one of the pieces that Crystal purchased, my best bud. And I'll put this back there. Sorry. I always kind of have to feel for stuff, right? Okay, so then this one is a mother's love. And I called it that because his mom, aka my mom, loves flowers. So yes, that's why he called it that. It's quite lovely. So it comes in a standard frame, you know. It doesn't have glass because yours truly can't handle the glass. Yeah, so it and also makes it a little bit lighter. So hopefully they'll save in shipping, and then I can reimburse her as much as possible. And then she also purchased. Oh, but that one I show her live. I don't know if I brought it, dude. I didn't get organized well enough. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. My goodness, there's so many of you guys here. Maybe it's because it's earlier. Usually I go home close to midnight. Yeah, so let me see if I can grab that one just to show her and remind her. So the other one is one of mine, is watercolor. Uh, it's maybe it's the light that's in the background. Let me see if I can turn on the top one and not the bottom one. Okay, we'll turn off the bottom one. I think I did it. Yeah, so like I said, this is probably my last watercolor because, yeah, yeah, I make a mess now. And yeah, so those are the ones that Crystal. Oh, wait. She also got this one, which I am gonna try to finish. It was the unfinished one. Ah, you're so kind, Monica. So yeah, so this one is the one that I ran for $1. She ended up paying more than $1, but because I was ready to buy Miss Sasha, and so I wanted to run the dollar. And that was the closest thing I had in front of me. So I grabbed this one. It's a daisy. I love to paint flowers, especially daisies, because also daisies are my brother's favorite flower, and my mom loves them too. But my mom's favorite flower is a rose. So um, anyhow, yeah. So this one, I still have to work on it. I am trying to package all the other art. So hey, born in the wrong century. Hello. Yeah. So that's the art that sold. Um, I mean, for to her. So yeah. So but she had it because this was in the buy it now. She hadn't seen these, so I wanted. She requested to see them, um, but I couldn't run over there. So this is a mother's love, like I said, and this is the mimic butterfly, fireflies. I always want to call them butterflies, but no. And then I also have here in front of me. This one is called Sail Away. Oops. Um, I thought that this one also sold, but it didn't. But yeah, so I brought it. I thought, yeah, I was confused. So yeah, so that one's there as well. Oh, and then this one is actually not one of, it's not one of ours, but it's quite lovely. It's quite lovely as well. So yeah, so that one I wanted to show yesterday, but I didn't get a chance. Yeah, I ran out of time, and elephant in the room. I was quite emotional. I try not to do that. Try to keep it happy and stuff. So I appreciate you guys for all the support and stuff. So then today, I wanted to sort of continue working on my bracelet. So this one is actually one that's already made. I need to shorten it. So one of the things that I say, hey, so one of the things that I say is, if you purchase it, then just message me afterwards and let me know if you want it to be longer or shorter. So this person wants it to be shorter, so we're gonna basically make it shorter. Yeah, so hopefully it's not, I don't know, not boring or whatever. Because yeah, like I really just wanted to show Crystal the pieces and stuff, and I will be wrapping them later on tonight. I don't know. I also want to send her this one at the same time. I don't know. Anyhow, yes, that's kind of the plan. How are you guys? How's it going? I mean, like, I also want to chat with you guys because, anytime I get a chance to chat with you guys, I'll always love that. Um, that's because there's less people, so it's easier for me to follow the chat. And I'll try to lower my music once again. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Yeah. So, ooh, I don't know if one of you guys purchased this bracelet, but I appreciate it. Whoever it was. Oh, it's a bangle, um, which is quite nice as well. Yes. Thank you, Monica. Monica, I was thinking, so on my way to doing errands earlier this morning, I was thinking about, the records that you have, like all the records. So one time, um, one time I was trying to put together like an auction and like multiples or like a choice of, and I think I pressed the wrong button. So I ended up doing an auction item. So I listed the auction item. I took a picture of like all the stuff that I was gonna be putting um, on the choice of, and then I went in, put in variant, and in the variant instead of um, anything other else, I put the number or count. So then, and because it was an auction item, it didn't like list it all in knickknacks. It just left it sort of standing there because I put it to just be used for live. And then once you do that, then you can just go in and edit, like make sure that that first one. Hey, Linus, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So the first one, just make sure that like it has everything because all your records have a lot of basic information that are going to be the same. The only things that are going to be different is like the condition and the actual artist and the number of songs and stuff like that. So then once you have that, oh I'm glad. Thank you, Linus, for hey. So I'm good. How are you? Yeah, so it's the folks from YouTube. So welcome to Knickknacks. Come on in, come on in. We were just showing the art that someone had purchased before, and yeah. So now we're gonna work on a bracelet, making it smaller. Yeah, so then once you set up, like once you make sure that like all the same information is there, then when you go in, you can just edit one by one, and then just change the title. Like it could be Bob Dylan, whatever, and then the next, and then you could, and then use the app camera to take a picture of it, and like that, to me it made it so much faster to list it that way. And then once you have it there, then you just go into the browser and switch it from auction item to buy it now, and it's super simple. I mean, I thought it was super simple. You might like to do it yourself. Oh, fantastic. So maybe instead of like, yeah, because I wanted to just shorten this bracelet because someone purchased it. And so one of the things that I write on the description is that like if you feel it's too long for you, then you could just message me, and then I can make it shorter. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing. Um, yeah, so maybe what we can do is actually make an actual bracelet. So let's do that. I have a lot of like a lot of bracelets started. So one of the things that I do is sometimes when I'm feeling like inspired, I will go take a look at the different bracelets, and then grab a little bit, and then just kind of put it. I put it into a little baggie, and then later on, then I can actually work on it. So I actually have quite a few um, that I started. So maybe we can finish one of these, because I think that's going to be a lot more fun than me just basically shortening this one. Because I was going to do sort of a quick one, but yeah. So I also make my own beads, clay beads, but then also have I also work with this as well. These are much more manageable. So I don't know if you guys work with these. This was fantastic, fantastic. So this is the kind that we learned to use in college. My first freshman year, one of the first social activities of the dorm was making beads from that. Posters, I don't make posters, I make paintings. And so the paintings um, that, hey, LD, welcome in. Thank you for coming. Appreciate all your support in the past as well. And so, yeah, so I do paintings. There are some people who, not me, but there are some people who scan their art and do prints. So yeah, so that would be a good way, especially since you're saying that you're wanting to sort of get into it and you have your own business. If you do art or something like that, you could do that. Scan your art and then print, sell prints. You could also scan it and then sell it as digital art. Some people do that as well. So yeah, so you could totally do that. Anyway, oh, so you do candy. Ooh, sour candy. Wow. Yeah, so I don't think we sell food items uh in the marketplace, but I know that there's a lot of other places you can definitely do that. So yeah, but if you do any type of art, you could totally do that. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, so Monica, that's kind of what I was thinking on my way to doing and running errands and stuff. Yeah, because you have so many and they're so fantastic. It's just I think once you list them, then I feel like you're going to be able to sell a lot of them. Yeah, no, there's no investment in my business. Yeah. Um yeah, no, no. So I just do my own thing. It's not, it's not really a business. I do art more as a therapy. Um yeah, it would take a lot more coordination to actually call it that. But I feel it's more like an art venture. So Um, I do the art, especially at times that I'm stressed, and um, or like if I'm feeling particularly happy, or sometimes just because I do it, and then I have them, and then if someone is able to give them a good home, I love that. So yeah. Anyway, yes. So okay, let's get back to this. So I'm gonna need a closure. So I think this is the first time that I'm actually doing. Oh no, we already did one. Yes, we did one with Cindy and Connie, and who else was here? I don't recall exactly. Hey, Team Raven. Yeah, no, I am not the person to give you advice. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, for business and stuff. No. Uh, so, anyways, and okay. So I was just trying. I'm trying to grab a couple of charms. I just grabbed some. I'm not exactly sure what type they are, and then we're going to grab a couple of rings. I don't know if you guys have ever made bracelets and stuff in the past, but it's quite simple. Um, and you could just like lose yourself, just working on them. Um, so yeah, and I probably want to put like I'll put a little heart on one of them. All right, well, uh, have a restful sleep there, Team Raven. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And good luck with your business. All right, so I'm thinking I'm gonna use two of the white and red little hearts, um, because next week we're gonna have the red, white, and blue, and I think that's gonna be like super amazing. So let me see if I can find some blue ones, some blue beads. And again, so a lot of these beads are beads that I recoup or salvage. Bye. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. So I'll put in like a couple of blue ones, darker blue, because that's what I was able to find. And then we'll put a couple of, why not put? Yeah, let's do that. Let's put a blue heart, a red heart, and a white heart. It's red, white, and blue. Okay, that sounds pretty good. And then, well, we are going to be taking off beads from this one, so we might as well use them as well. So, yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing. And then I don't want to cut off too much because she liked that design. So I want to keep the order. It just has to be a lot shorter. But then we can use up the leftover beads for the one that we're working on. Okay, so these we're going to just put here. And then when I have a chance, then I'll just string that up again. And the Jiffy, I forget who used to say that a lot. And at first I was like, Jiffy, what the heck is a Jiffy? But then eventually I figured out what she meant. Oh, her name was Veronica. I worked with her at the Girl Scouts in Arcadia, which is Southern California. I mean, I worked different cities, but our office was in Arcadia. My Hey, curated collections, come on in. Thank you for stopping by, saying hello, and Nurse by Night. Oh, I've seen your name pop up sometimes as well. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can go into my own show so that I can. Yeah, because that's the one thing I forgot to do is set it up so I can actually see the. Can you angle your camera a little more towards you so we can? Yeah, yeah. So what I need, and I just need to do it. So let me. I clicked on it. Yes. It wants to. It wants to. Okay. So now I should be able to see the chat come in. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. What I need to do is basically move the camera from over there closer over here. Um. Well, let me see if I can move it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it. So the danger with me is that like I don't necessarily see what the heck I'm doing. So um, so I'm always afraid like to do anything different because then after I can't bring it back. So I'm going to unplug the sorry about the shakiness right now because I'm just gonna plug it. Okay, there we go. And then let me see if I can just angle it a little bit. You let me know if that's better, but that's I feel like this just shows you my container of supplies. Is that better or is that does that make it worse? And let me move my keyboard. Hey, Purple Tiger, come on in. Now I can actually see people who are joining. Yay, I'm so excited. Yay. Okay, so, and then let's turn back the light. Ah, that's much better. And maybe I need to move this out of the way, but then, okay, so, we'll where your hero was is the best space that we can see. Ah, okay, so like over here. Okay, I should try to move over here. Move my stuff over here. Okay, so let me move this gingerly. Where should I put it so that I don't mess it up? So that I know like what order. Because I mean that's what they purchase is that order. I mean I still have the pictures of them, so I can okay, I'll try to stay right here. And so I wish I could show you. So my I have in a tripod that has a hard time holding on to the iPad because the iPad is kind of heavy. So yeah, so I try not to move it because it could tip over. So what I really need to do is just like invest in like a more heavy duty tripod and then probably have it more be like right here so that it can be right over it. Or maybe perhaps on this side and be over on this side and I can leave that one there because that one actually works well for when I'm actually trying to show like a big picture, a big painting. Um, yeah, because otherwise, because before I used to just have it in a box, in the light box and stuff like that, and so that was okay for to doing the lives and running little small things. But most of my stuff is my big paintings. So yeah. So anyway, so yeah, all that to say, again, I stop for every squirrel I see. So all that to say that I just need to invest in a better tripod, like a more substantial that can withstand a little bit of weight. Yeah, because the iPad is quite large, which I love and I appreciate, and could stand to be like even even bigger. Yeah, like if we could have it be bigger, oh, that would be fantastic. So okay, so I have a clasp I'm gonna go ahead. So what I do, and this is what I do, not what the way it should be done. Yeah. So Connie was suggesting that I use like the needle. You know how there's the needle for it. Yeah. So yeah. So the threading of the needle sucks for me. So this works well. So what I do is I just put it through and and then just kind of put the beads through it. And so yeah, so this so it takes me forever to figure out what the little hole is. So I just kind of move it around until finally I feel like it actually went through, and then you know, I know, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to think. No, it must have been the other app because there was one time when I was like I was playing around with it and I was able to just go like this and it made it bigger. But it must have been the other app. Yeah, because one time before we were able to like um you know be able to at least just listen to the different shows and could do other stuff while we were listening. I remember mentioning, oh my gosh, because I had seen somebody's show while I forget what I was doing, but I could see what she was doing in the background, and so when I saw her pull up, I think was a Native American pottery piece. I was like, oh my gosh! So then I ran in, bid on it, and then went back to what I was doing. So anyway, so then I was saying, oh, you could totally do that because I totally did that. I know it was a knickknacks or whatever, but Jocelyn's like, nope, it wasn't knickknacks. So, anyways, but like after the receipt came from knickknacks, but I think it was because since I was on the computer, then I think it's easier to do a number of things on the computer that we can't do with the app yet, just yet. I mean, eventually, I think we're going to be able to do all that. It just takes a little bit of time. I mean, and they've grown so much. They've catered to like the sellers. So they're really trying to make it work for the sellers. Because obviously, if it doesn't work for the sellers, then it doesn't make sense, right? So yeah. Okay, let me see. Just trying to grab. We'll do this one, that one. So yeah. Hey, love cats, Weber or Weber, depending on where you are. So okay, or was there another pretty one? Well, okay, so we're gonna try to concentrate on like red, white, and bluish. So right now I'm just trying to collect some beads that are red, white, and blue, and yeah, so we got these are all glass. These are new beads. Let me see if I can find a blue, red, or a white one. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, so we're gonna make a red, white, and blue a bracelet in honor of next week's uh, knickknacks theme. So let's see, and then I'll do like a darker one. So I just kind of maybe that's too dark. Let me see. Maybe well, I already have some of the darker blue, so maybe that will add some contrast. Yeah, I like the way these look. I don't know if you've ever had those. What are they called? Dipping dots. The ice cream. To me, it reminds me of that. Or maybe like boba. Boba. I don't know if you've ever had boba. It's quite delicious. So let's do like a pastel blue as well, and another white one. So it'll be smaller this time, yeah, because I like the chunky ones, like the big ones, but not everyone does. So let me see. And then I have some more beads here. Let me so I like, oh, that one's black. Oh, that was on my black and white and silver cake. So hey April, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, so we're just making a bracelet, as we do always. So I'm trying to find a cool white one that's different. This one's good. Okay. Silver? No, nah, not silver. Okay. I think we might have, maybe we might have enough. We'll see. Uh, we also have more red. We'll do some more red. I'll do a blue one, and um, what time did it start? Actually, I don't know. Uh, I was trying to, yeah. So I wanted to just show Crystal the three pieces that she purchased yesterday. And so when the live ends, usually because I'm multicasting to YouTube, then I'll send her the link and tell her that right in the beginning of the live, that's when I show the pieces. So hopefully she can see them. So she can be excited to get them. Hopefully she's excited to get them because I'm excited to send them to her. I feel like they're going to be super happy with her. Um, yeah. And yeah, she's super, super fantastic. Um, I love all of you guys for being here and for, the elephant in the room is my emotionality. So yeah, yeah, it's life is fantastic, and you just have to be thankful and feel blessed for being here. So that's how I want to concentrate on, just being happy. You know, yeah. So okay, so we started with the white one. So now red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. So we should probably do blue. We'll do thinking maybe like a lighter one. I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I know cuz and the thing is everything makes me think of that. Like my whole life revolves around that and I don't want that. Like yeah. Anyway, so let's move on. So yeah, so again, we're making a bracelet that's going to be super patriotic, um, in honor of next week's theme, which is right. Hey, Stormer, welcome in, welcome in. So Brandy just joined us. I don't know if you. Yeah, so I chatted with her and super impressed with what she's up to. Excited. Hopefully, you'll announce it here on Knickknacks. Because I'm so excited for you. And I don't know if you know April's Purple Haze, and Monica was in there as well. Um, and then we had Feed the Farm Alpacas. I've seen your name before as well, so I appreciate you coming through. We're just making a lovely bracelet. I mean, lovely to me, right? Modern Day Thrifter, thank you for coming in. Yeah, so we're gonna make a red, white, and blue bracelet. So I started by just having the jewelry wire go through the lobster clasp, and then I start with like a smaller bead because that makes it easier. So whatever I do these bracelets thinking of how difficult or how easy it is for me to put it on, and so I figured if I'm able to put it on, most people will be able to pull it on. So yeah, so I do, you know So I start off with the smaller one because that makes it easier to clasp onto something else. So yeah. Yay. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah. So yeah, so it should be pretty, simple and fun, hopefully. I mean, it's fun for me. Fun for me. Um I love doing this. And I like the bigger because these are bigger. I like them because they have the holes a little bit bigger, so it's easier to put it through. With the smaller ones, I could spend there for like ever just trying to push the little thing into the little hole. Yeah, that was a little bit harder. So I feel like I'm using up a lot of these little tiny beads. I know I have more, but I don't have them in front of me. So hopefully that doesn't become an issue. So oh, maybe we should put like one of the little flowers. Let's do that. So the next one would be red. So let's do a red one. We'll do a red and white, and then red with just a little bit of white. And then, so we want to have options here. I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm going to put all these beads in there, but um, it's better to um, have them there and not use them than to need them and not have them. So yeah, I have no idea where I put my so I'm not okay. Yeah, that's a little bit softer. Oh, you can't see it making oh sorry. I'm honest. I know Monica had just mentioned that I should try to concentrate on having it be over here. Yeah, it's just I think sometimes I just get into my own like, and I forget that there's other people also watching and stuff. So yeah. So I love some of these. Let me see if any of these glow. I want to see if this one glows a lot. Yes, yeah. There's quite a few. Like yeah, the little tiny ones glow a lot. I'm super like into that whole glowy thing. Why? I don't know. But I enjoy finding out the ones that do, the ones that don't. So now we're gonna we'll put one of these little flowers. I don't know if you can see. So so yeah, so the little flowers are a little harder to figure out where their little hole is. Oh, I think I just found it. Yeah, because it could be anywhere. It could be like in between the petals, it could be in the petals. Yeah. So okay, so now we're gonna do a white bead that's a little different. Oh, oh, sorry guys. So it just yeah. So this one was a little bit bigger, so it was a little easier to find. And then let's do a lighter color bead. Right? I know, right? Yeah, that who does that? Doris, I don't know if you guys watch Doris uh from DF Designs. She doesn't do um poor art anymore, but she used to, and that's exactly what she had. She taped um her area. I think I have my so and yeah, but now what she does it's so fantastic. Like yeah, so now she's just using or not using. She's just doing resin art, and so she has these molds, and those molds so she's still sort of like she colors the resin the way she would paint for fluid art, and then she does that onto the mold, and they come out oh so pretty. Yeah, yeah. She's taking her art to the next level, and I love her for it. Yeah. So so we're gonna put. You know what? It probably is not time to put another flower yet. So we'll just put another bead in there, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so this is the hard part, like trying to figure out what the little hole is. I figured, but that's just me because I have that issue. But I feel like this would be super simple for you guys. So yeah, so this is like a great way for you to like utilize beads from jewelry that's broken and can't be repaired. So in the past, in addition to like getting stuff that was broken, also some of the stuff, especially stuff that's string on or was strung on thread. Some of the thread, goes bad and stuff, right? Because yeah, so like yeah, you just pull it a little bit and it would just fall apart. So yeah, and then even this. So yeah, so when I first started, I was making them with just one of the wires, and then because I make them so heavy, it was yeah, I had an issue. So now I double it up so that way and then I started just pulling on it. It's like, how much do I have to pull to rip it? And I didn't rip it. I cut myself. But I didn't rip it. So yeah, so I'm learning as I'm going because like um I never thought, oh, this is what I'm gonna do. It's something that happened, and it's a happy accident. So yeah, so now we're gonna put a blue flower. Let me move, let me move it back. um yeah, so usually I'll have uh, the palette, uh for painting and stuff, with the little wells for paint that are around it. I put different beads depending on what sort of color I'm going to be working on. Yeah, that's right. And then most recently, like yesterday at night, was it yesterday at night or the day before at night? One of those nights, I was trying to organize everything, but then also I was moving some stuff around, and then I found like one of those little platters for like devil eggs. You know how there's the middle and there's like a lot of little ones on the side. So I use that. That's like the best. Like yeah, because it's a lot easier. Whereas the wells for the paint are smaller, so I can only do so many. Whereas the ones from the platters for the deviled eggs are a little bit deeper, so I can put more beads in there, and then yeah, I can do like two or three bracelets at a time. So that cuts into the being like, oh, trying to figure out what beads we're gonna be using and stuff. It makes it a lot easier. So yeah, so I love this one because this glass is frosted glass. Yeah, I'm like super. Yeah, I love all the now I look now I look at jewelry and see which one has good beads that I can use. And but I try to use the ones that are like I welcome slightly imperfect ones. But I want to be told that they're imperfect so that I know that I'm buying an imperfect thing. Yeah, getting something where you thought it was perfect, getting it broken, it's no fun. But if someone says, I have this broken, whatever, and then I see it as like, dude, I could still totally either fix it, or most of the time now, I probably would just, use it into one of these bracelets. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's a pet peeve of mine. Like, if you tell me that it's slightly whatever, I'm fine with it. I just want to know ahead of time so that I know that that's what I'm buying. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Monica. I appreciate you. Good luck in your day job. I know that's what you gotta do. So we'll see you. Thank you for stopping by, for saying hi. Appreciate it. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. And I gotta do more of that. Like I need to, because right now basically the places where I pick up stuff, it's the place where I volunteer. So if I see it and I like it, then I'll buy it. And I do it liberally because I know that every dollar that we give or spend there is turned into food for the people that need it in the community. So sort of gives me an excuse to like overbuy stuff because it makes me feel good. You know, I'm a bit of a shopaholic perhaps, but it's great because they're great prices and stuff. So you know, it's a win-win for everybody, I say. But I need to do more of the thrifting. Yeah, I loved I don't know, April, were you able to catch Connie's um live thrifting? So she took us to a number of two different thrift stores, actually antique stores in Missouri, however you say it. Um, and I loved it because, like, when am I gonna get a chance to go and do that? You know? And so yeah, so I loved it, and so I feel like I want to do explore my own community because I just go to like that the place, and it's because I volunteer there. Oh, see, yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. So ours is called Helping Hand, and that's what it is. Oh, great. Great. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. I love that store. It's so beautiful. Like, I wanted everything, especially those Murano plates. But so, like, yeah, I'm not going to buy glass anymore. Today was the last day. I had said earlier that that day was going to be the last day, but no, today was the last day I bid on something made of glass. And I was bidding on quality vintage. She had a really cute votive holder that was like a little red heart. And the only reason why I was going up against what I had said I was going to do, which is not buy glass anymore because, yeah, I'm dangerous around glass. Uh, it's because it's like it would have partnered really well with a purple little heart. It's the same one, except I have a purple one that I got from someone here on Knickknacks. And I thought to myself, my goodness, that would be like so perfect together. And um it's super thick glass. So I'm thinking like if I were to break it, it's not gonna shatter. So probably easier for me, in terms of like um so I have a new ruler. Where's the ruler? Uh I wanted to show off, but so it's I mean it's no so it's a ruler that I got um at the last time I went to DC. Um so a lot of colleges do recruitment for potential, sort of PhD and master students. Um, anyhow, so yeah, so one of them had the brilliant idea of like printing a ruler onto um, plasticky, like bendable plastic. So it's printed. I mean, you could tell that they printed for themselves, and I thought it was just brilliant because then you don't have to pay anybody, especially with a lot of the different resources that you have on campus. You could totally do stuff like that. So yeah, I was like, what? Anyway, so yeah, so I was going through my finding. Okay, so when I went to DC for, and what we do there is we do advocacy for uh, students with disabilities that are in STEM fields at the college level. So we do advocacy work, but then we also work together to strategize on best ways to like um, overcome some of the challenges within the system. And anyway, so we do stuff like online, like Zoom and stuff like that, and then we do stuff with our local like Congress folks and stuff. But then once a year we go to DC, and so the last time I went to DC was actually in March. And just today, I was going through my luggage. I mean, I took out the dirty laundry because that I always put it like in a bag as I'm collecting throughout the time I'm wherever I'm at. And then when I get here, that's the first thing I take out, and then the rest eventually I look at it. So yeah, so I was looking through the stuff that I collected there because it's done in conjunction with a uh, it's called ERN, which is the Emergent Researchers Network Conference. So yeah, so it's for um, like the brightest minds of the country. They get together, they show their work, their research in the form of a poster or sometimes a presentation, and it's a competition. They get lots of good monies, scholarship monies, but then also they get published and such. And anyhow, so yeah, so these are the greatest minds on that are going to undergrad right now, and yeah, so then obviously colleges really want to recruit these young folks to go work either on their masters or their PhDs at whatever university. So yeah, so this one particular university, and I don't even know who it was, but yeah, I thought it was brilliant because then especially when you're gonna go do recruitments, you can just take a bunch of those. It doesn't take a lot of space. They are a little bit heavy because they're plastic, but then like you just print it in a house. Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. So yeah, so I put a couple of hearts in there, and it's red, white, and blue, super patriotic. Will be great for 4th of July. So, oh, and I have to keep measuring because, yeah, I don't want it to be too small or too big. So I'm gonna try to do like an 8 inch. And so yeah, so I'll try to change it up because usually I do them to be 9 inches so that way anybody could wear them. But with the extender chain that I put on there, I call it a magic wand. I don't know if I have. Do I have any of them right here? No. So they're basically little. They're on another lobster clasp enclosure, so that you can just grab it, and then it helps you to be able to close the bracelet, and then you can just take it off, and then you can just leave it there. You can also use that for any jewelry. It doesn't have to be just the one bracelet that it comes with. But then also, if you leave it on, also it becomes an extender. So it's like very versatile. I find that to be a genius move on my part. Oh, so I need another white one that is not a little. Well, maybe we'll do another little one. I don't know if you can see any of the stuff that I'm making right here, but yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, so that's kind of what we did in March. Yeah, and some of the work that the students are doing now, the undergrads, is just out of this world. Oh, hey, Jordy. Oh my gosh, I love your shows, especially all the live shopping. Like I feel like you guys take us to places that there's no way we would ever be able to get to. So yeah, so we love you guys for letting us do that. And then when we can buy stuff to boot. Yeah, that's fantastic. So sorry. I keep wanting to put it right in front of my face instead of showing you guys what I'm working on. So far we have exactly 8 inches. With the clasp, it'll probably be, yeah. So this is yeah. So we're going very patriotic, Jordy. You see, and this is in honor of the upcoming theme of knickknacks. This is the red, white, and blue. And yeah, because I was going to be working on just making it. So someone bought. Thank you, Jory. Thank you. And that's how I'm going to be able to pronounce your name. um, yeah. So forgive me. Um, yeah, and so I was gonna just shorten a bracelet that someone bought, but it was too big for them, so they wanted me to shorten it. Um, and I thought it was just gonna be me uh, here, but I have many people stop by, and I appreciate that. So um, yeah, so usually I go live like around midnight and such. And this time I wanted to go a little bit early just in case my best bud was up and saw it and she might jump in. But I still showed the art that she purchased. Dude, it was yesterday and I forgot already when it was. Jordy. Lordy. Jordy. I know, but well, I keep saying Jordy, but I don't think you guys understand me as Jordy. I'm trying to say it in my head. In my head, it comes out perfectly. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah. So this part is the hardest part because just trying to figure out where they have the little holes. Because especially with the little ones that have petals, because sometimes they trick me into thinking that like the in between the petals is where they have the little holes, but um, sometimes they have it. Oh, I think I found it. No. Yep. No. We'll see. Maybe. Yeah. So it takes a little bit. No, that wasn't it. That was just in between a petal, and so yeah. So I guess it potentially could be super. No, I will practice, but not in front of the camera. Anyway, so I feel like this is pretty big. I mean, big enough so that like it, most people can wear it. Yeah, because I don't want to be like working on something that like that nobody can wear. Okay, so because it's super patriotic, we should probably try to put a patriotic charm. Maybe this could be just a holder. Let me see if I can find. Hold on. So on the side, I have many more charms. Yeah, because I went crazy on the charms. Ah, no, these are jump rings. Sorry. They look shiny, so I thought they were charms, but no. Where are my charms? Oh, they're over here. Sorry. I have two of the little organizing totes that are they look very similar. So so if we find an eagle or like but I I feel like if we have found an eagle before, maybe we could just do like a holder thing. Yeah, no, I'll get it. It just one because of my pronunciation, it's hard. But then number two, uh, maybe stage fright. I don't know. But at least I know what your name is, so that's like a plus. Um, I feel like I'm gonna, and probably the times that I'm not looking for something that is patriotic. Oh, you know what? I think maybe I was taking them and putting them in a special spot. Well, we can do stars. I feel like a star is but let me make sure it's not like doesn't say anything. Doesn't feel like there's anything there. So So we'll use a little star. Where's the little one? Earlier, oh, here it is. Okay, yeah. All right, so then I grab a jump ring. I open it with my fingers. That's why I like the bigger ones because I can do that. And then I try to find where to attach it. Okay, there you go. It's a process, okay? um, I appreciate you saying that. So yeah, so it just takes me a little bit longer than most, but it works for me, you know? I got nothing else to do, you know? So it keeps me busy. I mean, of course there's always stuff to do, like house chores and stuff. But those are less fun. So okay. So so I put it onto okay. So what I try to do is use split rings for actually attaching the bracelet. And the reason why I do that is the split ring it's not gonna pop open, whereas the jump um, ring may perhaps if you pull it enough, it can break open. So by using those split rings, which are like the kind that are used for like keychains and stuff, they just kind of anyways, yeah, so by using those here, it helps me try to make sure that these won't break. Now could someone break them? Yes, of course, but I'm trying my best to make them as sturdy as possible. Oh look, I was looking for this one a little while ago and I was like, where did I put it? I put it right here. I'm gonna put it somewhere else because I'll forget. I'll put it over here because I grab that jewelry wire all the time, so I'll have to find it. Yeah. So the issue is that sometimes when I try to get organized, is that because I've gotten so used to having something in a specific spot, then when I organize and put it in a place that makes sense, then I won't be able to find it later. So yeah. Um, the other night I was yes, my favorite type of bracelet to make is the one that's on a wire, because it's a little bit easier for me, and then also it makes it easier for folks to be able to. I haven't finished yet, but so I just want to show you. So yeah, so like for someone that has like a smaller wrist, they can just put it anywhere in the bracelet and just close it. So it makes it very flexible, very adjustable, and yeah, so that's why I like using the wire. Now, um, well, not this one. Let me see if do I have any of the other ones. Oh, this one's. I'm still working on these, but uh, let me bring them up. I'll show you. So, like with this one's, so the reason why I like these is because they also are very. You can adjust them as well, and so you can close it at any one of the rings in the middle. So yeah, so even if you have like a tiny wrist, you could still wear it. You'll have a lot of dangling stuff, but you could totally do it. But then also, if you have a wrist that's bigger, then you could just use the whole thing, and then it becomes like yeah, and so pretty much anyone can wear these. So yeah, that's the point. It's just you're making it easier for folks to wear the pretty things. Most recently, I had someone purchase something from me, and so it was a gentleman, and I don't really know the person, and so I wasn't sure whether because usually I for the people who buy from me for the first time, usually I'll try to create like a bracelet thinking of them as a thank you. And so when this person purchased something, I was like, well, I can't go with like a regular, sparkly bracelet because I wasn't sure what was happening, or like I didn't realize or didn't know the person, so I didn't I wasn't comfortable trying to guess. And so but so then that inspired me to do more non-binary type bracelets. So I did come out with a few of those, and I did list them. So I'm doing more like stuff like where I'm just using a few beads. So yeah, because guys want to wear cool stuff too, um, but maybe not as flashy sometimes. And if they want the flash, I could totally do that as well. They could just get one of the ones that are that I already have and stuff. So I started doing the non-binary unisex jewelry as well. I've listed a couple of pieces already, and so I was inspired. And then also like Stormer was in here earlier, and so she also gave me a great idea of like offering for me to make like say a whole bridal parties, like the little how sometimes brides give gifts to the uh, to the young folk in their wedding party. So I could do like a bunch of bracelets. She suggested that they'll be sort of the same, and then maybe just a tiny bit of a difference, so that way um, they're all individualized, but still keeping within sort of the theme of the wedding. And I thought that was a fantastic idea. So I put it out there. So if there's a wedding party, they can and it's that one's listed on the Mainly Made site or marketplace. And yeah. And at first I thought she was asking because she was going to be getting married, and but no, she was just giving me ideas, and I love that. So yeah, so I've been privileged to been able to meet so many of you guys when we're able to chat. Yeah, April, it's like a great idea, and I've been spreading the idea around. So with people that I know that are makers, I was like, have you thought about this or whatever? Yeah, so like I think it's a great idea. Um, and even just like even if you're just like as a theme for a general sale, I think is a good idea. It's like stuff that like a wedding party would need. Um, or I think because weddings are always fun. It's what the stuff that happens after that may not be as fun. So yeah, so pretty much I think hey Bobby Joe, I love your name. I've seen you before as well. So yeah, so then I tied it quite a bit, and then I looped it many times, and I think there's plenty of times, and then I'll cut off the excess, and then oh yeah, it's like a birthday party. That's right. Yeah, yeah, and most recently, so I was working. I don't know if you, April, have you received your package yet? Um, because that was the first time I used a specific bead that's in her bracelet. Um, but yeah, it's like, oh, it's so cute. I still want to use it in all of them. Oh, and I also was tried my hand on like the wraparound. Ah, okay. So the wraparound bracelets, but then and then I also have some pearl ones with like rhinestones. Yeah, and it didn't convince me too much, so I took him off. But I'm gonna continue to try because I really like the idea of like people could just wrap it around and you don't have to worry about whether or not it closes or whatever. It's never gonna fall off. Yeah. I totally want to do something like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep trying. Um Now Julian has a set of bracelets that he's working on, but and those are wraparound, but those are for the pretty ladies. He said it's yeah. So like he mimics or he repeats a lot of the stuff. So you have to really be really careful. He's only 8, but he's since he was like real tiny, he's just he's a sponge, and so you have to worry about stuff. And I remember one time, and the reason why he got inspired, or we got inspired, I was already doing the bracelets and stuff, and then so we were watching some show, and it was like an SBU type thing, like where they're trying to solve some sort of crime, and so they went to a rave. They went to a rave to find like a suspect or to find someone, and then when they were there, like the people had really glowy jewelry. I know, right? I know, and he's 8, and of course, I'm not his parent, but we were watching it. So anyway, so yeah, so then um, I forget what I was trying to point out to him. I goes, oh no, right there by the pretty lady. So now he calls the people that wear the glowy jewelry. That most of the time they probably will do it like at a rave and stuff like that. He calls them pretty ladies. The pretty ladies, Lupe, the pretty ladies. He's oh my gosh, he's such a hoot. And yeah, so yeah, then after I finish them. I keep like pressing on them just to make sure they don't feel. My sister calls it pokey, so they don't feel pokey. So yeah, so that's pretty much the bracelet. So I most of the time, like I'll add like a chain. Let me see if I can. Usually I put my extra ones right here. The ones that I have there is gold, so that won't work. But let's just pretend that it is. So the magic wand, I call it magic wand, but basically it's just an extender type chain. Depending on like however this big this is, then I'll try to do something that's kind of matches it and stuff. And then I put like a few charms on it so that it's not like just a chain there. And so I call it a magic wand because then it helps, like you can attach it to here, to the I'm trying to find the lobster class. Oh my gosh, so hard. Okay. So then you would attach it here, and then so doing this without eyesight sucks. Because you just have to feel for stuff. But I love my life. I'm blessed, and I know I'm blessed. Okay, so I have to do it gingerly because I haven't finished that one. So, anyways, so then once you have that, then you would just grab onto that, tie it right. Let's tie it. Oh, but this is not gonna fit me because I didn't make it to fit. Oh, it did fit me. And then you then take off. I don't know if you can even see it. Sorry, I just have to try to figure out which one I'm pressing to for which one is the clasp. Okay, so then you're gonna attach it, and then here you go. And the next time you're gonna take it out, put it back on. You can then use it again, and then you can also use that to like put on like a necklace that it's like hard to use and stuff. So yeah, so then once you get it, then you can use it on whatever you want. Um, so that's more or less what it kind of looks like. Red, white, and blue. Super cute. And like, yeah, whoever buys it can rock like the 4th of July party or like the barbecue or whatever. Hopefully, you'll go to like the lake or the beach. Hopefully, the beach. Oh, I miss being able to go to the beach anytime. Um, or just I'm in the desert, so thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Um, yeah, anytime I get a chance to go to like the water, yeah, I love it. I love it. So hopefully you guys will be able to do that for 4th of July. So okay, so the ones that are almost done but not quite, I just put right here. I don't know if you can see, and then they they're there, and then once I have a chance, then I just kind of finish them up. And finish them up means making sure that the wand works, putting like charms. Like for example, this one we could just put a star, and then we also put a star for because it is for. And then this one is just a holder. Uh, I might just leave it. It says faith, um, which still works. But I know that I have like an eagle. I know I have eagle charms and stuff. So I'll try to put charms that are appropriate. For most of the time, when I do like a bracelet, I'll grab random charms, and then I know what the bracelet's gonna look like, not the other way around. But anyway, this time it was a little different because my plans were a little different. So, anyways, yeah. So if anybody would like to purchase this will be available in the buy it now. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys coming and spending time with me, chatting with me, uh, and just overall your support is like you guys are always there, and I appreciate that so much. You guys do amazing shows, and you entertain us all, so we appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah. Oh no, something fell. My mom's not home. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that sounds a bit scary. Yeah, I'm okay. Something fell. I don't know. It's- yeah. So yeah, cause I'm in my house. My mom's in her house, so sometimes she'll be here, and so if I hear a noise, then I always think it's her. But this time she's at her house, and I'm hearing noise. But it's nothing scary because we have like gates everywhere, and Pepe, he's my guard. He's the cutest. Uh, he's the cutest dog, but yeah, he won't let anybody get close by, so everything's good. Oh no, thank you, thank you, Jory. Jory. Oh my gosh, the more I think about it, the worse it's gonna sound. But I will practice. I will practice. I know. And then someone said that I could also get a service animal, but um, I love my Pepe, and he wasn't having any of that. So, so yeah, so I opted for Pepe. And I mean, I have my cane and stuff, but for the most part, I'm able to manage well enough to like not worry about stuff. I do, I bump into a lot of stuff. I break my nail like today. I try to grab something. I forget what it was. Yeah, it was closer than I thought, and I just banged all the nails, so they all broke. Luckily, this time it was down enough so I could just cut it, so it's not a problem. Yeah, no, Pepe's not. Yeah, Pepe's just a dog that I had since forever, and so when we try to get a service dog, uh, yeah, Pepe, yeah, he was not happy, and I can still manage enough so that yeah, so I'll be okay until something till Pepe decides to leave me, and then I'll think about that. But yeah, so yeah, so I'm able to um sign in Sorry. Yeah, I lose my words. I'm able to sign in to another device, and with that, I'm able to project. So that's over there, and you guys are over here. So when earlier when I just had the iPad, I couldn't see anybody. So then I was like, oh, let me see if I can sign in. Because usually what I'll do is like I'll have another like I have an old um, iPad that I have over there. That usually that's how I set it up. Uh-huh. Yeah. So it took a long. Many a trial to try to figure out how to get it to work. And Monica has been through that. Yeah, so we tried it all. Last time we were like right in front of the monitor, so she could read it. Uh, but and that was a good spot. The only thing is that like it's like it's tight, a really tight uh fit, so I couldn't be able to show like art and stuff like that, no. So but that's a great place, and maybe that's what I should do. That's a great place to actually make stuff because it's right in front of what I'm working on, plus the monitor's in front of me, so I don't have to like be looking sideways. Because usually when I when I finish like something, then yeah, because I also have back issues, so I shouldn't be twisting, and so trying to look at the thing on the side makes me twist a lot. So then in the morning, then I have the back aches and stuff. But then I just pop in some Tylenol and it's all good. So yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. So at first I was totally in denial, like I could totally do. I was totally in denial, but I cried all the time. Like I literally cried for like 2 years, and before that, yeah, I didn't cry. I wasn't a crier. Um, and but anyways, but then once accept it, then I try to figure out how to navigate the new environment, and and then recognizing the stuff that didn't work for me at the university level, then that's what I'm trying to change for other people who are coming after me. So yeah, so that's the way I'm able to focus my energy. Whereas before I was working on research for like cancer research. And I think it's God's plan. I mean, I'm not going to go whatever, but like I was working on a treatment for cancer. And, but now the research is moving towards eradicating the cancer. So mine was to be able to for so people who have cancer, they have a hard time eating and keeping food down, but then also just the desire to eat is not there. And so what I was trying to do is synthesize a plant that did that for individuals. But now that mRNA is part of the picture, hopefully we can get rid of cancer and forget the treatment, get rid of cancer. So I think it was divine intervention that I wasn't able to continue that because it would have become obsolete like within, I don't know, what, 5, 10 years or something. I'm hoping that that's how long it takes us to, now that we have more tools to get rid of the C word, the cancer. So anyways, yeah. So it's, yeah, I love it. I love life. Every so often I get into a rut or whatever, but like overall, life is good. And yeah, so thank you guys for being here. I will practice your name most definitely, but right now I'm super self conscious about it. So when I try to say it sounds even worse. So, anyways, I know, right? Yeah. And I'm super thankful to Jocelyn for letting us experiment because definitely this whole part has been a huge experiment for me, and also just a pastime, a way for me to have fun. And my sister always reminds me when I get to like, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that. She's like, no, you don't. This is supposed to be fun for you. So she reminds me all the time, and I appreciate that. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, I appreciate you, especially your shows. They always are super entertaining. Entertaining. I will not be buying much glass as I've told everybody else. So I'm trying to not bring the glass in because I will break it and I will step on it again, and that was not fun. No fun, no fun. So now I'll be selling off my stuff. And this one I put up here, I got this one from Mary. See how thick it is? I'm thinking this stuff, if this breaks, it's not gonna shatter. So that's my excuse for trying to keep it. So yeah, so I love this piece. Super heavy. I hope it doesn't make my shelf unit crash since these shelves are like, the kinds from like Walmart and stuff. All right. Well, I thank you. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so I'm going to be jumping off. We did actually complete a bracelet, or like, we have something to show for it. And so that's always a plus. And anyhow, thank you guys so much. And let's see if anybody else is live right now that we can rate them. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Besitos. And big hugs, air hugs from me. Appreciate you guys so much. Look forward to seeing you again the next time, either in your show or like at somebody else's show or like a life thrifting. Yeah, and I was telling April I want to do more thrifting, like for myself, like in my area. Like Las Cruces is not far from me, and there's a ton of antiques and thrift stores and stuff. And I feel like I just do what I do at the place where I volunteer. So, but anyways, I want to expand my mind. Anyways, all right, let's see if we can find someone who might be live. If we can see if we can raid, because that would be fantastic. Uh, yeah, no, there's none available. So we're just gonna call it a night. Thank you guys so much. Bye. Good night. Thank you, April. Thank you, Jory. And I think the more I think about it, the worse it's gonna sound. So I'm just gonna have to call you Lovey. You are Lovey. No, I will think of something. Okay. Anyways, sorry. No, and it's me, and the more I think about it, the worse it gets. So I'm gonna try not to think about it and just practice. All right. Good night. Thank you guys. Bye.